Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to today's Viva-Mundo webinar. Carlo Sorisade, to my Cypriot students who are here as well. We are here today to discuss all things study in Hungary and the higher education in 2021/2022. We have the wonderful Georgina here who will be taking over and being your presenter for today. If you do have any questions, please do ask any questions in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. We will get to those at the very end of the webinar. However, you can ask questions throughout the whole webinar. And to those on Facebook, hello, we can see you, but we would love for you to register in the link below to get more questions in for this webinar. So I am going to hand you over to Georgina, who will be able to be your presenter today.
Thank you very much, Stavrula. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Study in Hungary webinar. My name is Georgina Tyunebua. I'm here from the Tempus Public Foundation Study in Hungary Directorate, and we are here with 5 high-ranked higher education institutions. And I will start my presentation, and then you will be able to listen to their institutional presentation. So, in my following presentation, you will hear about why it worth to study in Hungary. Here you can see also some very nice pictures about the capital city, Budapest. And then we will follow about what is the life in Hungary for students who choose Hungary as a study destination. And then we will continue with the presenting you the system, the higher education system, and how can you enroll yourself in any kind of institution. So here's some general information. You can see that the population is altogether almost 10 million, and the official language is Hungarian, but it doesn't mean that you have to study in Hungarian. Of course, we have opportunities, so you can choose to study in English, in French, in German, or in Russian language. The country was founded in 896, and the whole higher education system would like to provide all the international students a very friendly and calm living and learning environment. We do have international students. Later on, we will get to the statistics, but the life, the international life is very vibrant. So we do recommend to choose Hungary as a study destination. Why it's good for those who are also studying in any European country, but also to switch to another country in Europe, because you can get easily a European degree, but also with a very fair price. Which we will also check later on what kind of price per semester we are talking about. Hungary is the 8th most popular Erasmus destination. So we do have Erasmus partnership with different European universities. So that also gives the opportunity for you to come to visit Hungary and for study for a shortened period, such as 5 months. And then you can decide to continue with a full degree program if you would like to. Why it's good to study in Hungary? Because all the universities are providing mentorship for students who choose these universities, and they are providing also different activities for students that help them to get to know better the country and also the region they are staying in. But also my colleagues will explain you better what kind of activities and mentor system we are talking about. Here you can see the cost of living in Hungary. I mentioned here just a few examples, and here you can see the changing rate for different currencies. I included in this slide the website where you can find a living cost calculator. that can also help you to plan your average cost per semester. Here you can see different cities in Hungary, and also beside of Budapest, which has many large institutions. You can see here university towns. University towns means that the whole city is based on the campus, so you can find the university buildings everywhere across the city, and it also helps you to assimilate more and get better knowledge about the city you are staying in and with the people who are also living there. About some statistics, you can see that altogether we have almost 300,000 students studying in Hungary together with Hungarian students, and from this we have 33,000 international students. The higher education system, it's based on the Bologna system. That means we have a bachelor level where you can gain your bachelor degree, and it takes from 3 to 4.5 years averagely, and then with this you can continue to gain your master degree. The master training is the master level takes from 1.5 to 2 years. Then we have the one-tier master degree program, which means that you will get after 5 or 6 years at the end of your study, your master diploma. These trainings are usually the medicine trainings and the legal trainings. Here in this slide, you can see that one semester, in one academic year, we have 2 semesters. One is the autumn, which starts at September and then lasts until the mid of December, where you can start your exam period, which due until the beginning of February. At the beginning of February, you can start your second semester until the mid of May, where you will have again an exam period that lasts until the beginning of July, the end of June, the beginning of July. During the exam periods, usually have multiple opportunities to pass your exam per course, but it also differs at each institution. We have 3 major breaks. The first one is the autumn break, and then we have the winter break, and then we have the spring break. As I mentioned before, our higher education system is based on the Bologna system. Here you can see those study levels I was talking about earlier, and also you can see the percentage of the languages our international students are studying in, and you can see that it's almost 90% the English studying students. Here you can see a tuition fee picture about what kind of costs per semester we are talking about when it comes to paying students. And here I mentioned international relations studies, business administration studies, engineering studies, medicine and dentistry studies. But also you can get more information on this link above that I mentioned. We will also check the website and where you can find all these details. We have also on our website a study finder search engine that helps you to find your study level and study and training that you are interested in. Also, you will find the universities connected to your search and every kind of information, how you can get in contact with them as well. You can see everything on this engine. We are constantly developing it. So if you can't find your information, you will also see where you can get in contact with the university, the given university, that will provide you the more specific information that you need. So basically, this was my presentation. Here you can see our website, our Facebook page, and also we have a YouTube channel. If you would like to get more information after receiving this webinar, the recorded form, you can see here my contact details, so please feel free to write me any kind of questions, queries you have. So now let's switch to the website. Here. Okay, so now you can see, yes. Stavroula, please can you confirm that everyone can see the same?
Yeah, we can
page?
see the website, yeah.
Thank you very much. So here you can see our Facebook page where we are constantly uploading updated information and also activities for students. And then I will try to switch like this, yes, to the website. Here you can find the cost of living calculator that I was mentioning earlier. And also you can see here the Study Finder program, the Study Finder platform that will help you to search for that university and that program you are interested in. And then I was talking about university towns. This might be also very useful for everyone who is considering to study in Hungary, because you can see a brief introduction about each cities who have any kind of higher education institutions. So that was me briefly. Thank you very much for listening to me, and please, as I said before, feel free to ask any kind of question. I will give back the word to Stavroula.
Great, thank you. We do have a few questions. You want me to answer them now or at the end?
I think at the end it would be.
Okay, perfect, no problem. And then I guess you can hand it over to the next speaker.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and can you see the screen I'm
Yeah.
sharing?
Perfect,
Okay,
yeah.
then fine. Thank you very much. So my name is István Tóth. I work at the University of Veterinary Medicine. Oh, sorry. From the beginning. I work at the University of Veterinary Medicine, Budapest. As the name suggests, the university is located in Budapest, the capital city of Hungary. Here is the map in the middle of, pretty much in the middle of Budapest. This big red dot represents our university. It's on the picture you can see we have a big green park. This is the biggest green park of the whole District 7 of our district, where we have the university. And also, as the name suggests, we are a veterinary university, which means our main focus is to teach veterinary sciences and veterinary medicine. To be a vet, you need to know what is to be a vet, because this is how you will see what do we teach at the university. So being a vet means that you probably already have some kind of dreams. If you want to be a vet, you want to treat certain species like dogs, cats, or horses, or something like that. And it's a really strong motivation. I strongly suggest that you should keep this motivation throughout the 5.5 years of your studies at the university. But you need to know at the very same time that being a vet is much more than treating one single species. At the university, we teach different species. You have to learn a lot about domestic animals like dogs and cats, and also horses, farm animals, cattle, pigs, poultry. And you have to know a lot about these different species. And even though we are focusing on one, still we have to give you all the information of the different species as well. This makes our university and all the veterinary or all the vet schools around the world a difficult place to study. But if you have some dreams, you can just pursue, and you can get there at the end. Having that said, I have to tell you that it's even more complicated than this, because we have to teach some other subjects as well, which are not really specifically related to the animals, but indirectly it helps a lot to the human populations as well. For example, if you come to veterinary university, you have to learn about food safety. And you have to have a lot of work with food, and you have to make sure that the food that human population digests is going to be safe and good to eat. And also there are other subjects like veterinary public health. Veterinary public health is like being a medical doctor at the very same time, having the DVM degree. And here you have to work with still with animals, but you have to prevent the problems in the human populations. For example, there are diseases that are spreading from animals to human beings, or the other way around, from humans to animals, and you have to work carefully, and you have to work a lot just to keep the human population well and alive. So in a nutshell, this is to be a vet, and you can see already that being a vet student is complicated. And what we expect and what we are looking for is actually students who are motivated, who are enthusiastic about the veterinary sciences. They want to treat the animals that they really love, and they want to get to the praxis, and they want to do their best. At the very same time, we are looking for students who are very well informed, who know a lot about veterinary profession, and they are prepared for those harder times when they have to learn a bit different what they would have expected before the university. So if you think that you are the student, then we have some things to offer. We have, as I mentioned, the whole university is designed to teach vet students. We have like more than 230 years of traditions of teaching vet students. Actually, if you go to the campus and you walk around, you see everything is everything is about veterinary sciences and about animals. Even if you go to the lectures, you can just bring animals into the lecture halls, like dogs mostly. Larger animals would be quite tricky, but we welcome animals at the veterinary lectures as well. And also what I want to tell you that we have a quite international campus, because we teach in 3 languages. It's a standalone university. We teach pretty much only veterinary medicine, but we do that in 3 languages. We teach in Hungarian. We have a complete Hungarian course for 5.5 years to get to the degree and be a vet after the degree. But at the same time, we teach English-speaking students, and also we teach German. We teach German students. We have a German course for 2 years, and it makes a quite unique situation, namely that we have more international students on campus than Hungarian students. So it is, in my opinion, quite good, because if you just get to the campus, you walk around, and you are going to get a lot of extra skills that are not really veterinary related, not really related to the profession, but you are going to be a global person, because if you walk around the campus, you are going to meet a lot of foreign people, and you are going to learn those skills, how to interact with these people. You can see we have students pretty much from all over the world. Of course, most of them from the European Union or from Europe. And also we have students from Cyprus. And the last thing I want to tell you about our university, and it's quite important, that we have the European accreditation. This means that with our degree, you can work anywhere in Europe. You can just go to your back to your country, and you can start practicing as a vet with our degree. Of course, we have teaching hospitals. One of them, the small animal clinic, is on campus. You can see we have students working with the animals just right in the middle of the campus, because we have to give a lot of practice to the students. It's quite complicated and quite hard, especially in these hard times with the coronavirus. But we really are focusing on the student point of view, and we really try to give all the necessary information in the theoretical point of view, as well as the practical point of views. We have another teaching hospital. It is our large animal campus. It is right outside of Budapest. It would be pointless to bring the animals into the middle of the big city. So we just had a new campus near Budapest, and there students can work with horses mostly, but also with the farm animals from time to time. So in a nutshell, this is our university. I can answer all the questions you have later. And this is my closing slide where you can see that if you can finish everything in time, if you are enthusiastic enough, if you are motivated enough, and you can just survive all the hard times that the university gives you, because studying veterinary sciences is hard. I'm not going to lie, but at the end, it's quite rewarding, and you can just get your diploma after 5.5 years. And I'm going to finish everything with an urban legend of the university. You can see this picture. There's a big bull in the middle, and this is our famous symbol of the university. And the urban legend says that you can never sit on the back of the bull because you will never receive your diploma. So what happens at the university, students are walking around looking at the bull, and they are dreaming of the big day when they can just get the diploma, when they get the degree finally. And once they do, when they receive the degree, they just run to the bull and they sit on the back, and this is their big day. And finally, they can just start working as a vet after the university studies. For that, students have to study 5.5 years, quite difficult subjects. And before that, the student had to get into the university. And for that, we have an entrance examination, which has two main subjects, biology and chemistry. And of course, if you join the English program, we have to make sure that you speak proper English. So if you don't have any language certificates, there is an English test as well, together with the two scientific topics. And if you need more information on the applications, we have a nice website which has all the information about the application and nothing else. So you won't find any extra information there. It's really just to the application process called the vethungary.com. So I suggest to visit that website, or you can just get in touch with us, and we are going to tell you everything what you need to know about the veterinary medicine in Budapest. So that was all real quick. I tried to keep my short time. If you have questions later, I would be glad to answer everything. So thank you very much for your attention.
Great, thank you so much, Istvan. Can the next speaker please get ready to share their screen? Could you please stop sharing your screen? That's okay. Great.
All right. Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me well.
Yeah.
Great. So welcome. Greetings from Budapest. I am from Budapest University of Technology and Economics, and I'm very happy to present my university to you. So I'm Gellért Szarvas, and I work at the university as an Erasmus coordinator, and also I'm dealing with interinstitutional agreements at the university. Budapest University of Technology and Economics, we are the leading technical university of Hungary, and we are also trying to be more and more influential in the Central European region. Here on the left upper corner, you can see the main building of the university, which is also resembled in our logo. As you can see, our university was established in 1782. So just in 2022, we are going to be celebrating our 240th birthday anniversary. So we created a new temporary logo that we are going to be using in the next year. You can see it up here. And also in the bottom right corner, you can see our beautiful library, which is the biggest technical and engineering book collection in Hungary. On the bottom left corner, you can see our 8 faculties. We currently have 8 faculties and 70 departments within. The first faculty was our faculty of civil engineering. At that time when the university was established, this was the only civil engineering institution in Europe where technical sciences were taught in a university-wide organization. So we are quite proud of that. Nearly 100 years passed, and then we kept adding more and more study fields to the university, along with new faculties, continuing with the faculty of mechanical engineering, architecture, chemical technology and biotechnology, then a faculty of electrical engineering and informatics, transportation and vehicle engineering, natural sciences, and finally, economic and social sciences. I would say that our faculty of economic and social sciences are the rather unusual faculty among the others, because As you can see, mostly we are an engineering and technical studies based university, and the Faculty of Economic and Social Sciences is more related to humanities and qualitative research, while our other faculties are rather doing quantitative research. Yes. Sorry, I'm just trying to change the slides. Yes. Okay. So our university in a nutshell. So as I said, we are a research university, and we are mostly offering engineering education. We do have English courses and English full degree programs, all on BSc, Masters, and also on PhD level. We have 12 doctoral schools, and regarding study programs, like 5 out of 8 of our faculties are offering full degree bachelor's courses. All of our faculties are offering master's degree courses, and all of our doctoral schools are offering full degrees in English. Regarding rankings at the university, according to the academic ranking of world universities, we are between 800 and 900 best universities in the world, and also according to the QS main ranking, BMA is ranking between 800 and 1000 best. What we are especially proud of regarding the different study fields, we are very proud of our Faculty of Mechanical Engineering, which is ranked between 200 and 300 best study fields. We are also very proud of our mathematics field and the chemistry. Regarding research areas here at the university, what are we interested of is mostly what you could call relevant fields nowadays in light of climate change and emerging modern technologies. So we are very interested in artificial intelligence, smart cities, robotics, e-technology, nanophysics and nanotechnology, disaster prevention, environmental protection, and also this new field of autonomous driving and sustainable logistics. And on the right, in the bottom left corner, you can just see our lively campus. If there will be no COVID, then this is how our university usually looks like. Students are out in the summer and studying or just spending time with their friends. What is the university is famous for, or what are we doing at the university? Well, we have 3 Nobel laureates already from the university. Dénes Gábor was receiving a Nobel Prize for inventing holography, the colors of the university. Then Jenő Wigner for theoretical physics, and Dr. György Olah in organic chemistry. He was actually also a professor at our university until his death. And then a couple of more inventions that I would like to highlight: the carburetor, the transformer, and even the dynamo is coming from the university as an invention, which were quite influential inventions at their time in the end of the 18th century, beginning of the 19th century. And I would say probably the most famous invention of the university and also the whole country is the Rubik's Cube by Mr. Ernő Rubik. He was studying at our Faculty of Architecture, and he actually created the cube for educational reasons, but as you know, it got much more famous as a game. Regarding modern times, we also have inventions nowadays. I would like to highlight the first Hungarian satellite, which was created by our Faculty of Electrical Engineering and Informatics. This is also the smallest existing satellite in the world, being only 5 cubic centimeters big. And one of the latest inventions by the university, invented in 2006, is called the Gömböc, which you can see in the bottom left corner. It's a very unusually shaped ball, and the point of this object is that it has only 1 weight points or 1 stable equilibrium points, meaning that whichever way you place this object down, it will always stand back to its original standing point, which can be seen at the picture. For example, they use this invention nowadays to produce lifeboats. So modern lifeboats are made with this technology that even if they turn upside down in the sea, they always find their way back to the original standpoint. And just one more slide about student life. As I said, our campus is very lively usually. We have a university festival, which is kind of like closing the summer here in Hungary. And we have a rather new sports center just built a couple of years ago. We have a university choir that we are also expecting exchange students to be part of. Also, we have a university orchestra that we are very proud of, because that was the first university orchestra in the world by a university that doesn't have a faculty of music. And within Hungary, we have the only university-owned theater, which is the Széné Theater, that can be seen on the right. We have different student circles, international clubs, Erasmus student network. We have a formula racing team, so there are quite many opportunities also after the classes. And that was my university. So thank you so much. And in case you have any questions about the university, then I'm very happy to answer them.
Great, thank you so much for your presentation. And Anna, do you want to start sharing your screen?
Sure. Yeah, you can see it now, right?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. So, hello, good afternoon. My name is Anna Ola. I work at the at Altos Loránd University, which is located in Budapest, and it's a huge science university, and we have many programs at bachelor and master's level and doctoral level as well. But in this presentation, I will focus mainly on the bachelor program, because I assume that's more interesting for the participants of this webinar. So just a few words really about Budapest. It's really an amazing cosmopolitan city in the very heart of Europe. Here you can see there are universities located in the city center. So we have 9 faculties, and all of them are in very central districts, which makes it easier for students to commute between our buildings and facilities. Here you can see some highlights from Budapest, and I would like to emphasize the inexpensiveness of the city, if you can say that. So it's a very, very affordable city, especially for students. We have students.
Hi, Hannah, your
Sorry?
presentation slides aren't moving. Can we try and reshare your screen?
Sorry, it's moving.
It's not moving. No, it's just on the first page.
Oh, it's not
Maybe
moving.
stop sharing and start again.
Kattints a szerkesztés engedélyezésére.
Mármint hol?
On top. Azt írja, hogy védett nézet.
Ez nagyon izgalmas. Most se láttok semmit?
Látjuk.
De az első diát?
Igen.
És a másodikat nem.
Most nem prezentáló módban van, hanem az egészet látjuk.
Aha, néz ki.
Tetején van egy sárga sor, a szerkesztés engedélyezése.
Azaz, arra kattints rá. Szuper.
És szerintem most fogod tudni megvetíteni.
Mentsd le szépen külön az asztalra, és úgy fogja engedni.
De most
nincs megosztva semmi se, szóval meg tudod csinálni a mentést.
bocsánat.
Ugyanaz a dia? Egyébként akkor kivetítem én neked.
Hát egy picit változtattam rajta.
Szólj, hogyha vetítsem a sajátodat.
És megpróbálom lementeni, hogyha hát az segít. Most valamit láttok?
Igen,
Jó.
az egészet látjuk, és akkor mehet az F5 gomb.
Most?
Még mindig a sima szerkesztőnézet.
Kiváló. Jó, akkor így látjátok.
Igen, de vetítsem én.
Nem, hát akkor maradjunk így, akkor most így látjátok, ha változik, ugye?
Igen.
Ja.
Kattints a másikra? Jó, változik, igen.
Okay, I'm very sorry about this. I have no idea what just happened. I'm not super duper experienced with sharing my screen, apparently. But let me continue with just a few words about the university. So it's the oldest continuously operating university in the country. It was founded in 1635. And we have 9 faculties. You can see them listed here. We don't have a medical faculty anymore because it became a separate university, but we have all other faculties that you can see on this slide. And here I listed all the programs that are available for high school graduates. So we have bachelor programs and pre-university programs, and you can find the list here. We have students at the bachelor level from 85 countries, which is quite nice. Cypriot students at the moment we have at the master's programs, but we would love to have them at bachelor level as well. And here you can find some information about the admission. So it's a high school living certificate and an English language proof usually. But of course, according to programs, you can check the exact level that's needed, and you can find the application process quite easy. I recommend you to go to apply.elte.hu and you can find some information there. Of course, we have student services, but now I don't have time to talk about them in detail. But here you can find some of our scientific achievements. We have 5 Nobel Prize winners that are associated with the university. And here you can find the fields they worked in. And just a few highlights. So we have an art ensemble, and we have an environmental conscious group of students and professors that are very committed to have a greener university. And we are very proud of our library, but I'm afraid I don't have much more time. So I will thank you for your attention, and I hope I can answer your questions at the end of the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. I'm glad that we sorted out the screen issue in the end. Apologies for any technical difficulties. Can the next candidate start sharing the screen? Thank you so much.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So welcome everyone at the presentation of the University of Pécs. Since I think we are the only university here today who are not from the capital of Hungary, I would like to talk to you a bit about the city. So as you can see on this slide, Pécs is in the southwest part of Hungary, and it's approximately 2 hours from Budapest. Pécs is the 5th largest city in Hungary, and it's a truly university town, since the University of Pécs has 10 different faculties, and those are spread all over the city. So basically, wherever you go, you will find a campus or another fellow student to talk with. I would like to talk to you briefly about the numbers. So Pécs has currently about 20,000 enrolled students, and from this number, more than 4,500 students are international students. So we have a really great and large international community, and they are coming from more than 114 countries. As you can see, the university was founded in 1367, so we have a really long history in teaching and also in international teaching as well, since our first international program was launched 30 years ago. The university has its 8 own dormitories, and we do offer a dormitory placement for all of our first-year students in order to help them to adopt the new culture smoothly. A little bit about our offered programs. As I mentioned earlier, we do have 10 different faculties, and also we do offer more than 95 international study programs in English. We do offer study programs in every possible field except for veterinary medicine and agricultural studies. We do offer them in bachelor, master, and doctoral level, and also we do have these so-called one-time master programs as well. It means that you can start the program after high school and you will finish it with a master degree. We do offer these kind of programs in the field of medicine, pharmacy, dentistry, but also in the field of painting and sculpture as well. Here you can see some idea about the range of our tuition fees and also some student services we offer. I would really recommend you to check out our website, which you can see here, since we do have our international student ambassadors. So if you have any questions regarding the student life here in Pécs or what to expect, then they would be more than happy to help you out. And also one more important thing is the mentor program we do have. It means that all of our first-year international students will be assigned to a personal mentor who will help them out throughout the first few weeks and throughout the practical stuff, so how to open a bank account and stuff like that. All right, I think that was it. Thank you very much for being here today. And if you have any further questions, you can always contact us on the email address you can see on this slide, or you can just ask your questions here in the chat field. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. And we have the next candidate. Hello.
Hi, so greetings to everyone. My name is Levente Kis and I am from the Viva-Mundo University, and let me share my slides. Here they are. So Viva-Mundo University is a medical university focusing on healthcare. And actually, I would like to raise your attention to the fact that it was Semmelweis, who was a Hungarian person in the 19th century, who has first suggested that hand washing would be useful based on his experiences at the gynecology obstetrics department. And please confirm that you can see my slides, please, because I think that
yeah, we can see your slides and they're moving. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So here is Dr. Semmelweis, after whom the university was named. He was a graduate, by the way, at this same university. And by the way, you probably have heard about the ELTE University earlier. And actually, at that time, this university, the Faculty of Medicine, was part of that university, but later it has become an independent university. And so he has realized that if doctors wash their hands before actually doing their job at the gynecology obstetrics department, then the mortality rate, actually the puerperal fever related mortality rate would drop very considerably. But well, then lots of proof was to be provided, and only later, after Robert Koch, was his idea really accepted. Now, some few information about the school. So about the medical school, it was founded roughly 250 years ago. We have just had our anniversary 2 years ago. And it has not only medical faculty, but dental and pharmaceutical sciences related faculty and faculty of health sciences as well. These faculties have English programs. The university is in the top 300 in the Times Higher Education World Rankings. However, I would mention that rankings are not everything at all. Rather, they are just indicating a few things about research mostly. but still important things if you want to have some guideline or some guidance on the university's excellence, let's say. Now let's see the programs. So there are Hungarian, German, and English programs, and probably you are interested in the English language programs, which have started in 1987. So we have more than 3 decades of experience with foreign students learning in English. And mainly these are related to the medical faculty. I mean, these programs are about the medical faculty, dental faculty, and the pharmaceutical sciences faculty, but there are programs in the health sciences related faculty like nursery, midwifery, physiotherapy. So those could be also perhaps interesting. Now let's see some numbers. So as you can see, we have fairly many students. Out of them, a lot are learning at the medical faculty, and I have just checked the student numbers for Greece and Cyprus. Actually 21 students from Cyprus and 13 students from Greece at the moment. And if you would like to have some broader look on what kind of students or what students from which nations are attending our schools, most of the students are from South Korea, Israel, Iran, Japan, and of course Germany, because of the German language teaching. Now, what are the characteristics of our teaching? Well, we still provide the so-called traditional curriculum, which means that there are small groups. There are 2 years of theoretical sciences at the beginning in small groups with a dedicated teacher to the small group for the whole semester, which typically starts in September, the beginning of September, and lasts till now. This is the last week actually at the in this semester. And then there is a preclinical year, and then blocks. So the clinical years in the 4th, 5th, and 6th years are longer blocks at a certain clinic. So we are really putting big emphasis on understanding. So there is a lot to learn regarding theory as well, but we are trying to, of course, focus on the clinical skills. But I would need to mention at this point that although the entrance examinations are about biology and chemistry, I would advise everyone who are interested in these fields to put some emphasis also on physics, because there are many things that are related to physics. So it's useful if you are good in physics. Now, the exams are typically oral exams. We haven't yet switched to MCQ exams, and it's a good thing because for healthcare professionals, communication is extremely important. So with these oral exams, you are practicing your communication skills as well, so you can get better in them. And the diplomas are accepted in every major country, so it should not be a problem if you would like to move to the US or anywhere. There might be some various exams like the USMLE, but still it will be easily possible to get there. Now, here's just an illustration of a little group. This is my class like 2 or 3 years ago at the Department of Physiology. And here you can see the description of one of the former student that, yeah, it is going to be tough. I need to say that medical faculty is very tough, but dental, pharmaceutical, all these are not easy professions. And also it must be understood that only the first few years, like 6 years or 5 years, are happening at the university. Later on, everyone will need to learn more and more, because this whole field, these fields are evolving very rapidly. So the studies are only starting at the university. Here is the link, this QR code for the Semmelweis Student Association. So if you would like to take a look at their webpage, you may actually check this webpage out. And in summary, why study at our university? It's a traditional, we have great traditions, good rankings, great city. Budapest is a great city. I think my colleagues must have mentioned that. Comparably good tuition fee and living costs. And it's an EU country, so it's easy to fly in and out. So practically, it should be easy to get home. Now, further information can be found at these QR codes on the English language program. And if you would like to get any more info, you may contact the English Secretariat it has its contact in these documents. I assume that the presentations might be shared with you by the Tempus Foundation. So feel free to check out these resources. And thank you very much for your attention.
Great, thank you so much for your presentation. You can begin to stop sharing your screen. Okay, so we can open up the floor to questions, I believe. Is that right, Georgina?
Yes, please.
Okay, great. So let's start with the first one. Can I apply for the Stipendium Hungarian scholarship independently, or must it be via an institution?
You can, if first of all, if you have a citizenship which is not European citizenship, then you can, yes, apply for this kind of scholarship. And it has a two-way application form. You have to first apply here. I will try to share my screen and show everything. Yes, started. So here is this dream, they call it Dream Apply application platform. You have to upload everything online, and if you participated on a fair with us, then you will also be able to add the reference code to it. And then you should also search for your own partner. Usually it's the Ministry of Education in the standing country, and also ask if the partner, so from your own side, they need further more information in paper or online. So it's a two-way application form, and the application is open now until the mid of January.
Great, thank you. And the next question, can I study and work in Hungary? How many hours will I be able to work?
Yes, with your student visa, you can also work up to 26 hours per week. So only in part-time jobs that you can be able to apply for. And after finishing your studies, you are able to switch to a working visa, and that will give you the opportunity to work in full time. And we do have multinational companies here, so it's not rare that students who study here will continue with other companies.
Great, and can I gain visa advice? How long will the process take roughly, and when should I begin my application?
Well, your visa process depends on which country you are coming from. If you are a Cypriot student, you don't need any kind of visa to travel to Hungary. So please visit the immigration office website. There you can find more information about it. I will also include it in the follow-up email package.
Great, and this is actually referring to the stipendium. I think we've got sharing on your screen now. If I don't have a research experience, are my chances of receiving the scholarship going to be reduced?
I'm sorry, can you please repeat the question?
Sure, if I don't have any research experience, are my chances of receiving the scholarship going to be reduced?
Of course, if you apply for a doctoral school, it's obvious that most students or most applicants will not have any research background. And so as the previous question was about the Stipendium Hungarian program, I will start with that first. When you apply to this scholarship, you have to visit first the doctoralschool.hu website, which is also here. Yeah, so you can see it here. You have to find the doctoral school you are interested in, and then your professor or your supervisor will help you to write your CV, and then you can apply through this Dream Apply application website as well, and you can add your motivation letter that would be discussed earlier with your supervisor. And beside of the Stipendium Hungaricum program, you can apply directly to these doctoral schools and to the universities, so they can give you further information for those who are applying outside of the scholarship.
Okay, great. And is it possible to cover all of the costs with the scholarship? How much does it cover, just the fees?
So I saw this question as well, and it was also related to the Stipendium Hungaricum program.
Yeah.
I would like again emphasize again that only those can apply who are with whom we have partnership, and that can also be found on the website. So the sending partners menu, and of course, if you have a citizenship outside of Europe, and the fees the benefits of this scholarship is depending on which study level you are applying to, and I think it differs from 150 euros to 300 euros per month, and then you are able to get a 40,000 forint dormitory support, which is enough for the dormitory, but it's not enough for renting a flat in Budapest, for example. So it would just cover the half of your renting fee. And we have also medical insurance added to the benefits. And yeah, briefly, that's all included in this kind of full degree scholarship program.
Thank you. And is Hungarian or are Hungarian universities, what do you provide an application fee?
Yes, so the application, so this is not for Hungarians living outside of the country, right? But this is generally.
It's just general applications in Hungary, yes.
Yeah, so the application it's through the FELVI, no, not the FELVI, but you can apply directly to the universities, and I don't think there is application fee, but it differs actually depending on which institution you are. And I would like to ask for confirmation from my colleagues who stayed in the webinar, if, for example, the University of Pécs. So another question was whether there is a program fee by applying to the university.
Okay, so should I answer, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, so yes, there are application fees. It depends on the program, but if someone applies through the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship program, there are no application fees, of course.
All right, so you can see that it differs depending on which university and which program you choose.
Great, and any tips on writing a motivational letter or a successful application letter?
Well, it should be very, it shouldn't be too long, actually. 1 page is enough, but you should really emphasize why you would like to choose this country and that specific university. If you can add any information about the surroundings area, so it can include you can include also that in your interest, and yeah, what is your future plan with that degree, with that diploma. So for those who are writing a motivation letter, especially for those who are applying for the doctoral school, they should also discuss this with their supervisor, so they can give them, they can also prepare them until the application deadline, which is in February.
Caitlin, you have your hand up.
Yes, hi, sorry, just about the motivation letter. Actually, the university has its own blog website where our international students can share their experiences. And we do have a how to write a motivation letter blog post there. So it's just had some tips and tricks with known experience of an international student. So if you would like to, I can share the link with you in the chat field.
Yes, please put that in the chat so that they can access this. Also, does the academic year already start, or will it be starting next year, September, October? Is this what the applications are for?
Yes, so normally the semester, the next academic year is starting in 2022 September, the beginning of September. So everyone has like 6 months to prepare themselves and to apply and to do their research about studying in Hungary.
And what is the most important factor in getting accepted into Semmelweis University, GPA or entrance exam? Any tips for the entrance exam?
Yeah, so my colleague had to left from Semmelweis University because he has a teaching class after this webinar. So about the interview, right? Yeah. So as far as I remember from his presentation, it would be an oral and a writing test. As he mentioned, physics is also important, which helps to correctly fill the paper exam. And then there will be a oral one, and that is not finalized whether it will be online or in person.
Okay.
I hope I could help with this answer, but I will also ask him to add more information about the interview.
Perfect. And when you reach out to the students, you can always send that in your email. Okay, we have a question from a student here. If my IELTS expiration date will be in July 2022, would it be acceptable for me to apply for the Stipendium Hungarian English program?
I didn't understand the beginning of the question. I'm sorry.
If my IELTS expiration date, so I think the English test expires in July 2022.
No, I think because you are applying now for the Stipendium Hungarian program, then you can add this document as well, and it expires. You will always have the interview where you can prove your English knowledge. So with that, you are fine.
Okay, and do you accept the British Council English score?
Yes.
Great. Or Duolingo?
Duolingo. Duolingo not.
Okay. Oh, Caitlin, would you like to answer that question?
Yes, we do accept Duolingo. This course for the acceptance can be found on our website.
Perfect. Thank you. Is distance learning possible for master's programs in English or part-time?
So this depends again on the given university. Most of the universities have now hybrid courses, so you cannot fully participate in a study program remotely. So you do have to live actually in the country.
Okay, and is there any age limit for applying?
I'm not aware of it, but if the others can help me, I would be glad.
Sorry, what was the question?
Are there any age limits to applying to universities in Hungary?
For the stipendium, I know that it's 18.
Okay.
But for the self-paying, so those who are not applying for any kind of scholarship, I would like to give the floor to the others.
Okay, in our university, yeah, we do have the minimum age requirement at the age of 18. However, if a student apply for a preparatory course, it can be, we can be flexible, and we do not have a maximum age limit.
Okay, perfect. And we have one remaining question. It is a little long, so do just bear with me. As I am a master graduate, I am now an independent student, which means I do not belong to any institution. Therefore, I was told that I cannot participate in the Hungarian scholarship. Is that true?
No. No, that's
No?
not true. You can even apply for a bachelor degree as well if you would like to restart your studies. Of course, that depends on the partner countries, if they and the quota, and also the available study fields that you can also check on the stipendiumhungaricum.hu website. And yeah, you can restart actually your studies from the level you wish to.
Okay, brilliant. And are any of your courses online at the moment, or are they all in person?
My colleagues, please, can you answer this one? So what's the current situation at your universities? Personal teaching?
Personal education. We're doing everything offline right
Okay.
now.
Okay,
Okay.
great. We have one that's just come in. One more question. I promise we're going to go after this. Is research experience important for applying in an MA program?
In an MA research?
Master's program, doesn't say what program. One says what are the requirements for masters in a business field?
Master in the business field. Well, obviously, you have to have a bachelor degree in a field related to that study field, and this is also different at each university. So you can check their website that what's the requirement, what is the study what courses are required to enroll yourself into a master level.
Okay, perfect. Well, I think all the information will be on the website. So if you do need any information, they are all in the chat as well. Some links there for you. And Georgina will be in touch with you very soon in terms of moving forward. So that will be great. If you have any more questions, let us know, and we will get to those after the webinar is live. Any last words, Georgina?
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon, let's say, and I hope we could also answer all your questions, but please, as Stavroula said before, you can forward any queries to us directly to Study in Hungary at studyinhungary.hu, and we can also forward every questions related to the specific institution. So thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much for your questions and for attending, and we will see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.